Cooking on board is a problem because it's messy and I don't like it. I don't like cooking while I'm out. I think I've tried everything. I've gone through all kinds of approaches to this problem, and my electrical system is... Actually, I'll show you my electrical system. That's what it looks like, and the rest of it looks pretty much the same. Would you rely on that for a fridge? Would you rely on that to keep the germs out of your chicken fillets or your feta cheese? I wouldn't. I don't like cooking on board. I want that to be as simple as possible. Tins. Canned food. I love canned food. I shouldn't say I love canned food. I love the idea of canned food. I'm as obsessed with independence and self-sufficiency as any basement survivalist expecting the breakdown of modern society. Because look at this. This will keep until August of 2015. That's fantastic. The problem with these is that the simplicity of the technique has inspired a lot of food producers to come up with stuff that is really not very desirable. Some of them are good, some are bad. And there's only one way to find out. I'm very excited because when I look down here I realize that my little test actually also represents a journey around the world. Far East. Thai Tom Yum Soup. I'm looking forward to that one. Sweden is represented by meatballs in cream sauce. This is the top national dish of Sweden. Used to be the top national dish of Sweden. Now it's probably a Thai curry or a protein milkshake. Italy. Ravioli. Central Europe, represented by a beef goulash. And then finally, actually, I'm going to hold on to that for a bit because I believe that I have a little bit of a treat in here. I have very high hopes for that last one, and I'm going to hold on to it for a bit, if you'll excuse me. But here we go. I'm going to begin with goulash, brought to me by, or made by Podravka in Croatia. It's halal, so the cow had her throat slit while conscious and died in agonizing pain. It's very easy to open these ones, the new ones. You don't need... Look at that. I enjoy the look of this, and this is a very good meal for a cold day. I see. The meat is fine. It's very tender. It's just like a goulash should be. And I enjoy it. The sauce has the taste, the typical taste of canned food. Actually, I'm going to check something. There is a kind of by taste. There is this taste. Ah, there we go. Flavor enhancer, monosodium glutamate. Okay, maybe monosodium glutamate is that. Maybe that's something you simply have to put up with if you're going to rely on canned food. Maybe I should just learn to like it. And it's okay because I'm so used to it. But do we want it? Should we have that? Should we accept it? I don't know. Ah, that's the goulash. Okay, I'm going to move on to Yum Soup of Thailand. Now, what irritates me is that I fell for the oldest trick in the game. I saw this in the shop, and on the label there's this wonderful shrimp, and then there's this little word, serving suggestion. I don't know. Okay. It says serving suggestion. There's no shrimp in this. I should have understood that. It's okay. This is. It doesn't. This is a soup, and it doesn't pretend to be a stew or a casserole. It's a soup. It's a tom yum soup. And it's nice. I like it. No, it's a ginger or lemongrass. They're using real ingredients. This is quite impressive. I should be glad that they're not serving these shrimp, because I know that they destroy mangrove swamps in order to cultivate them. So good on you. But we were. This was a quest for a 1-can meal, and it's not a meal. This is not a meal. This contains 0.64 grams of protein per 100 grams. And it contains 3.2 grams of carbohydrates, of which, curiously, of which 4.3 grams are sugar. So out of 3.2 grams carbohydrates, 4.3 grams are sugar. So, Akitai, you need to work out your maths. And you should also stop doing the old serving suggestion trick, and you should actually show on the label what's in the can, because this is a drink. It's nice, but it's a drink. It's a consommé. It's a stock. An all-time classic. I could buy this for the logotype. These guys have been cooking soup since 1800s. This is Oxtail Soup. Let's see. Look at that. It's jelly. They must be using some kind of gelling agent. Let's see what we have. Ah, there we go. Modified food starch. Haha, I knew it. Why do they do that? Campbell's, why do you have to add? Let's see if it tastes good, then I'm not going to complain. Okay. This is not good. This is not good. It contains a lot of stuff that you normally wouldn't go shopping if you were going to cook an oxtail soup. Campbell's, why, with all your knowledge and with all your experience, why do you have to add modified corn starch in an oxtail soup? I just realized I made a mistake. I made a horrible mistake, and I might have a lawsuit coming up, because it says very clearly, if you read the instructions, that you should pour it into, and you should add water to it, and I didn't do that. I'm going to give it another chance. Jesus, I'm sorry, Campbell. I'm really, really, really sorry. There we go. There we go. I'm giving them another chance. It tastes exactly the same, but now it's diluted and there's water in it. So this is the same. This is the soup that I tried before with water in it. Ravioli. That's a familiar view. Now I can't figure out whether it's a good idea or not to buy cooked pasta in a tin can. This is not good. This is not good. It's not. I have to say, again, the texture, the consistency of this sauce is jelly, again. Apart from food and answer E621, which is a particularly unsexy, that's the sodium glutamate I was talking about earlier, but let's see what we have. Ah, there you go. Modified cornstarch this time. Would you like some cornstarch with your ravioli? How would you like that? Would you like that? Is that nice? Why do you have to do this? The good thing about the the good thing about Campbell's Oxtail Soup was that it didn't have a lot of meat in it, so it was very easy to get rid of in the drain, whereas the ravioli is a bit trickier. I'll worry about that later on. Meatballs in cream sauce. Sweden's contribution to this. Look at that. Look at that. Are we getting very, very familiar with the old... Let's see, what have we got? There is modified starch. That's the modified starch. Look. Does that look palatable to you? Well, someone could say that you're not supposed to either look at it like this or eat it like this. So let's give it a go. Let's give it a fair chance, because it's from Sweden. I actually feel like I'm doing something for my country by buying this. There you go. I'm not going to complain about the sound or the look or the initial smell of tinned food, because I know how difficult it must be to make something look palatable at this stage. I don't know. This is made by Felix, owned by Procordia Foods in Sweden. They completely missed to put the old sodium glutamate in this one. I wonder if it'll taste anything at all, because you can't seem to make canned food without using it. Maybe it'll actually taste like meatballs in cream sauce. The texture of these meatballs is surprisingly decent. I have to give you that, Felix. What about the sauce? Will it taste food starch? I should be very honest. I don't know what food starch tastes like, and I may very well be affected by the fact that I know that it contains it. The jelly consistency is there, and whether it's the food starch or whether it's something else, I don't know. But this is not a tasty meal. Shame on you, Felix. Why did you have to do this? Why do you keep producing this? Why do you keep adding that horrible substance?